So I want you to remember that you can still fast and get those healing responses, but when you eat, this brings me to my third point, when you eat, you're gonna eat. Dr. Mindy here, and on this video, you guys asked, so I got a video for you on what if you don't want to lose any more weight. Fasting is such an incredible tool, and I promise you, many people get to this place. So if you're new to my channel, I just want to say welcome. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. I am a woman on a mission to teach the world how to fast. And everything you want to know about fasting, you should find here on my channel. And if you don't find it, tell me what video you want. That's how videos like this start to happen. And those of you that share the videos out, again, so grateful for you. So this happens a lot, much to people's disbelief. Fasting is such a great tool for weight loss that there hits a point where you're like, I don't want to lose any more weight. Or maybe you're already at that point. You're like, I want all the healing effects of fasting, but I don't want the weight loss. So that we tend to see the category of those two people. So there are three things that I really want to remind you when it comes to fasting. And I want you, and those of you that are trying to not lose any weight, there are a couple key things and modifications I want you to make to your eating windows when you're eating. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that I want you to remember that fasting is a healing state. So even though you may have come to fasting for weight loss, I want you to stay with fasting because it heals your body. So it'd be like saying to me, hey, Dr. Mindy, I don't want to lose any more weight, and so therefore, should I sleep? And sleeping and fasting to me are the similar healing tools. Sleeping works for everybody, fasting works for everybody. They are healing states. So just because you don't want to lose weight doesn't mean we can still access fasting as a healing tool, which leads me to my second point. The second point is that let's look at your time fast. So remember, when I approach fasting, I approach it from a timed perspective. So 13 to 15 hours we know is going to start to move you over into being a fat burner. It's going to bring inflammation down. It's going to start making ketones that will really help you repair neurons in your brain. There's great studies showing about its effects on reoccurrence of cancer. I've talked about all those. 17 hours we're stimulating autophagy. 24 hours we're resetting the gut. 36 hours the fat burner one, so we'll talk about that in this video in a moment. 48 hours you're resetting dopamine, and 72 hours you're really rebooting your immune system. So there's a lot of things I just said that aren't weight loss dependent. So I want you to remember that you can still fast and get those healing responses. But when you eat, this brings me to my third point, when you eat, you're gonna eat, okay? So this is the hardest part, and this is really confusing because when you've become this fat burner, usually your hunger goes away. And so we have to be very strategic about the foods that we are advocating for you to eat, and the foods that you're choosing to break your fast with, the foods you're choosing to eat in your eating window. Okay, so here's the thought for you. If you want to eat and build muscle, then you're going to want to increase your protein. So let's say I'm at a weight that I'm like, I love this weight, don't want to lose any more weight, but I'd like more muscle. Okay, so pick your fast based off of the timing of the healing that you want. Maybe you want to go 17 for autophagy. Maybe you want to go 24 to repair your gut. So pick that timing, but then when you break your fast, you're going to break it with a high protein meal. And in that eating window, you're going to lean into more protein. So possible macros that you might look at would be somewhere between 75 to 100 grams of protein, because I know you guys like the macros there. Let's say you want to build hormones. You're like, I'm a 50-year-old woman. I love the weight that I'm at, but I really could use some more progesterone. Then what you would do is you want to make sure that you are upping your carbs that are going to build hormones. And these are your potatoes, your squashes, your beans, your tropical fruits, your citrus fruits. We've talked about those. So lean more into the hormone building foods and bring your carbohydrate macro up to about 100 to 200 grams. So the real trick here is still fast, still use it as a healing tool, but then when we eat, we're going to eat, and we're going to eat strategically. So, and you're going to have to shy away from some of the lower keto stuff. You're going to have to bring those macros up. The two that I think of the most are protein and carbohydrates. But it doesn't mean when you eat, you go to standard American diet. That's not going to build you health. Doesn't mean when you eat, you go to a tub of ice cream and a box of pizza. That's not going to build you health. So we want you to stay the weight you're at. We want you to get the benefits of fasting, but we also want to make sure that when you're leaning into food that you're using it as a healing tool. I love this idea, by the way, around using fasting to build muscle. So stick with me over the next couple months because I'm going to be really bringing you a lot of thoughts that I have on how we can build muscle. I'm experiencing a lot of new techniques on myself, and as I get results on myself, I always bring it to you guys. So I'm excited to share those with you. But if you want to know how to build more muscle using fasting, I have a video already done on that. It's called How to Build Muscle Quickly with Fasting. And I talk about protein cycling. I talk about how you can take your protein load days and sandwich them around your biggest workouts. So please go look at that video. The other thing I want to tell you is that if you're looking for more information on the timed fast, a lot of our community loves a cheat sheet we created called Different Types of Fasting Cheat Sheet. So just put fasting cheat sheet in the notes and my team will make sure that you get a link to that. That's free. The other thing is that if you love this and you want to build a fasting lifestyle, this is what I'm helping people customize in my Reset Academy. Everybody has a different rhythm with fasting. Everybody has a different rhythm with food. What I love about building a fasting lifestyle is you can be a vegan, you can be carnivore, you can do paleo, you can take almost any diet and match it to fasting and your health will thrive. The only diet you might not be able to match is standard American diet. So, but it is incredible when you find the groove for you, how effortless this whole experience can get. So we're teaching people in the academy. Just put Reset Academy in the comments and my staff will give you a link. But as always, you guys, there's strategies, there's tweaks. Let's never look at fasting as it doesn't work for me, I shouldn't do it, because that's like saying sleep doesn't work for you. That's like saying you should never sleep. That's not right. Fasting always works for the human body because you were designed to fast. Now let's make the modifications that you need so that you don't drop too much weight and you keep your hormones up and you keep building muscle and you live in the body you want to live in. As always, I hope that helps.